What to pack for your pageant? Chances are you have a ton of fabulous outfits planned, but the important thing when you're actually moving all that stuff into a suitcase, which you will then move into a hotel, you have to be very organized. So I'd encourage you to start off with a system of some sort. It can be pen and paper, it can be electronic. I am partial to Google spreadsheets. You can even use Post-it notes. Whatever your system, make sure that you have a way of tracking everything that you need to bring with you and making sure that what you need to bring with you is actually what you have with you. You don't want to make any decisions about what to wear once pageant week has arrived. You don't want to bring your entire closet and say, on Tuesday afternoon, I guess I'll wear this, this, and this because that's just what I'm feeling that day. No, don't do that because that's a lot of stress and it's just unnecessary for you to have to make those decisions and have that cognitive load when there's already a lot going on that week. You want to streamline and prepare what can be controlled ahead of time, which does include your outfits. From head to toe, you want to think about also jewelry, shoes, as well as how you do your hair. Something I like to do is have a system that includes every single day, the occasion, and what I will be wearing. By having a system that segments every appearance, I'm able to just go off of that as my getting dressed roadmap during the actual week. You want to be as specific and granular as possible. So don't just write blue dress. You want to write blue dress, the jewelry, the shoes, and the hairstyle, because if your hair is up, for example, you want to include bobby pins that you're gonna need, or a donut ring if you're having one of these types of hairstyles. The purpose is to front load thinking about your outfits and the small micro decisions that you'll have to make so that come pageant week, you can just follow your roadmap and execute. I'm including a full list of what I brought to Miss America in a Google spreadsheet template for you. You can just make a copy and save that to your own Google Drive. I'm not going to stand here and list out everything on that list because you can look at that in your own time and just open that up in a new browser. But I will mention a couple of key things that I found really critical to have. A hanging rack is one of them. In the hotel room, your closet is probably way too small. Having an extra rack just gives you more space, especially if you have a roommate. Good luck fitting 2 women's weeks worth of pageant outfits into one of those tiny, puny hotel closets. A hanging rack is so much easier. What I also like to do is hang up my outfits on the hangers themselves and then roll them into my suitcase. That way when I check in and arrive, set up the hanger and then pull out all the outfits and just hang them on the rack. You can also put the jewelry in like Ziploc bags and then just poke it through the hook of the actual hanger. That way it's all in one place. That way your jewelry and your outfits are all on one hanger. You want to take the thinking out of it. You want to make it as easy for you as possible. The next most important thing is to have a steamer, specifically a portable steamer. I don't like using irons. I find them pretty easy to screw up in the sense that, well, I once actually had the setting on way too hot and I melted one of my dresses that was made out of synthetic material. That was not fun. Steamers are like foolproof. Sure, they get hot and you need to watch out for that, but they're more gentle on your outfits and it's what the backstage seamsters just use for evening gowns. So a portable steamer is inexpensive. Make sure you bring that and steam your outfits before you wear them. It makes a 5 outfit look like a 10. Make sure your outfits are steamed beforehand. You obviously don't have to do this for rehearsal clothes or for yoga pants, but for anything else, silk, appearance outfits, a dress, cocktail, obviously your evening gown, you want a good steam because that removes all the wrinkles and really elevates your overall presentation. Something else that I was so glad I brought to Miss America were slippers, a bathrobe, a yoga mat, and a blanket. The judges aren't going to see this, but this is more of a for you thing. You're wearing heels in rehearsal, you're wearing heels at appearances, you're wearing heels for competition, and I don't know about you, but my feet hurt after standing in heels. So having really cozy slippers to wiggle my toes into at the end of the day feels so good. Having those slippers to wear around the theater too is great. Take off your heels as much as possible whenever you can. I can't stress this enough. It's not a competition for who can wear the heels longest. You just want to preserve your ability to stand in heels, and if it means that you're taking them off in between competition, so be it. Run around in slippers. The judges aren't going to see you, so why not just be comfortable? If you have a sensitive tummy or you are preparing for fitness or a swimsuit competition, it's probably a good idea for you to bring your own food. You don't want to undo months of hard work because of some low quality food that was provided to contestants that you were forced to eat because you had nothing else. Having a fridge is a good idea if you want to have fresh yogurt, hard-boiled eggs. You can coordinate with your roommate to make sure you're not doubling up on 2 hanging racks or 2 fridges. One is usually enough for the 2 of you. For me, I loved having a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables. I had PB2, which is a low-calorie peanut butter. I was a big egg white person, and high-protein Greek yogurt. So those were what I had during the week in the hotel rooms, and it made such a difference to be able to have access to healthy snacks whenever I was there, especially before meal times. That way I wasn't completely ravenous. I would, eat some fiber, snack as much as I could, and then during meal times I could pick and choose at the healthy things, and I wasn't so overwhelmed with hunger that I was going for the greasiest, carbiest, diet sabotaging options. Now, the night before you leave, make sure that you're referring back to your spreadsheet, your Post-its, your notebook, whatever system you're using, and actually go through everything you've packed, take it out, check it off a list, and put it back in. I can't stress this enough. So many times contestants say, I could have sworn I packed that. I could have sworn that I had that. But don't forget this last very crucial step, which is the night before you leave for the pageant. Just go through and make sure you have everything. The longer your pageant week, the earlier you need to start packing. So if your pageant has you at the hotel for a week, you want to start packing, I'd recommend 10 days out before you leave. If your pageant is a weekend, you can probably pack about 3 or 4 days before you leave. Also, make sure you mark your name and title on literally everything. There will be someone else that has the exact same brand, the exact same size as what you've brought, whether it's a strapless bra, hairspray, heels. So writing your name on it or making labels, even just putting some tape on it and then writing it with a Sharpie, make sure that you can go home with what you brought. Ultimately, the key to having a great time at Pageant Week is to be prepared, and luckily packing is something you absolutely can control. So don't wait to the last minute. Thank you for watching, and please take advantage of the free template that I've included down at the Google Sheets link. You can just make a copy and it'll be yours forever. I'll see you at my next video. Bye.